Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, joins me now. So, Speaker, the House no one talks about. You hear about the Senate, no one talks about the House much. If Donald Trump wins back the White House and the Democrats control the House, what's that going to look like?
Well, they won't. If they did, they would impeach Donald Trump on day one. I mean, it would be an absolute disaster. But luckily, that is not going to happen, Jesse. I've been traveling around the country nonstop. I've done campaign events now in over 240 cities across 40 states. There is an energy out there. Something is happening. President Trump said that at Madison Square Garden the other night. He's exactly right. It's difficult to articulate, but there's a real energy out there. We're going to have a demographic shift in this electorate, Jesse. Mark my word. We're going to have a record number of Hispanic and Latino voters who come into the Republican Party, a record number of African American and black voters. You're going to have a record number of Jewish voters, union workers, demographics that have not historically been with us in large numbers. They are there now. I mean, her speech tonight, I had to listen to it too because we were going to comment on it. I mean, it was empty. I mean, it was uninspiring. It was angry. Eric said it right. There is no substance to Kamala Harris. People say she's an empty suit. It's worse than that. She's actually a costume. She's wearing a costume. She's trying to be something that she's not. And you said well earlier, her record. She had the most liberal voting record of the modern era in the U.S. Senate. She is a San Francisco radical. So the empty campaign rhetoric is just not working. The people aren't buying it, and they're on our side. We're going to grow the House majority. We are going to take back the Senate, and Donald J. Trump is going back to the White House. That's what's going to happen in 7 days.
It might not work to win the election, but if they lose the election, they're going to fall back on fascism. They're going to say Donald Trump's a dictator, and that who knows what kind of harebrained resistance schemes they're going to cook up this time. They threw the kitchen sink at him last time. What do you expect?
Well, look, they've shown what they're worth and what they will do. They'll engage in lawfare. They'll attack him personally. They'll take down the institutions of this country if it fits their agenda. I think you're going to have resistance. I wish none of that was true. I wish that we could unify as a country and move forward and fix everything that's broken. They've broken everything. I keep telling President Trump that, sir, I believe you're going to be the most consequential president of the modern era because we have to fix everything. We're going to have a policy agenda-driven administration and a Congress, a very aggressive first 100 days agenda, because we've got to get right to work to fix all these problems.
Well, tell me about that 100 days agenda. Give me the highlights of the first 100 days in Congress under your leadership, if you're so fortunate to stay in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, I'll tell you the first agenda item immediately upon President Trump taking the oath, we secure the border. That's the #1 issue of the American people for all the reasons we know. Congress will come right behind that with legislation to fix it, and we will turn immediately to the economy. The cost of living is destroying the finances of all these American families, and we know how to do it. This is not theoretical. We did this already. The first Trump administration delivered the greatest economy in the history of the world because we implemented the policies and the principles that we all believe in. We will extend the Trump-era tax cuts and make sure they don't expire and put the largest tax burden in history on the American people all at once. And then we will take a blowtorch to the regulatory state, Jesse. We are going to get the agencies off the backs of job creators and entrepreneurs and risk takers to institute and bring about a pro-growth economy again. Eric mentioned earlier the energy policy. That is a key component to this. It's important not only to our economy, but to our national security as well. We're going to do the opposite of everything that Joe and Kamala have done. The American people know that, and that's why we're going to win this thing and turn this country around.
All right, Speaker. Good to hear from you. The clock is ticking. We'll see how it shakes out. Close race. We'll follow it. Thank you. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.